Welcome back to Pigment 1. In the last episode, we started our adventure at the impact site, and we discovered red Pikmin. And we also got the engine back to the ship so we could go to the Forest of Hope. So, how about we just get started? The Forest of Hope. Well, would you look at that? It landed along with us. My dolphin has returned to the surface along with the Pikmin's onion. Being alone on this strange planet makes me feel somewhat uneasy. So I shall call the Pikmin out of the onion. All I need to do is stand in the light beneath the onion and press A. Well, that's good that Olimar just randomly knows this. Like, knows that he has to stand under the light. That's good of him to know. Okay, so we need to build up our numbers just a bit, because all we have is 25, and, well, we don't have a lot to work with right now. Like, we need all the Pikmin we can get so we can get stuff done. Now, as you may notice, at the top of the screen, there is the sun is going across the screen, and that's indicating time. On the first day, you have as much time as you could possibly want, but on every day going forward, you have a time limit for how long a day is. So you need to be careful of how you manage your time, otherwise you're going to run out of the day's just gonna run out and you may not have done anything. So that's kind of bad. But you also just need to look out for that. And all the Pikmin are done while I was explaining all that. Oh no, kill that thing! Well, we lost our first Pikmin. Now these are Bulborbs. They are just gonna munch on your Pikmin just like you saw right there. Now they're going to be real quick to eat your Pikmin, so you need to be careful. You need to just rush at them as quickly as possible so they don't eat that many Pikmin. Hopefully, you can be quick enough so they don't eat any Pikmin. But, unfortunately, we were not that lucky. Now, there is a max amount of numbers. There's a max amount of Pikmin that can carry items. Normally, the max amount is about double the minimum number you need to carry items. So you just need to be on the lookout for that. So we're going to leave those Pikmin in the ground for a little bit just so they can sprout. Oh! Oh no! Now, as you saw there, no Pikmin got eaten there, which is very nice. Wait, none got eaten there, right? Okay, well, we did take it out very quickly, though, by having the Pikmin land directly on the little Bulborb's backs. That's their weakness. If you make them land right on the back, then you shouldn't have any problem taking them down. Now, there are certain enemies that have certain weaknesses like that, but not all of the enemies do have that kind of weakness. Okay, unfortunately, we did not get any bulb Pikmin. I need as many Pikmin as possible, but I would also like to have them sprouted. So I'm going to have the Pikmin pluck this grass over here, because when you pluck the grass, nectar comes out. And here we go. Another intriguing discovery. A local variety of grass produces a sort of yellow nectar when the Pikmin... excuse me. When the Pikmin drink this delicacy, they instantly mature into flowers. This apparent Pikmin favorite seems to be full of nutrition. Closer observation is needed to determine the strengths and peculiarities of these flower pigment. So as you can see, that turned a lot of leaf pigment into flowers. Now I'm gonna leave the ones over here alone to sprout. Now if you leave the pigment in the ground for too long, they'll die, and then the cycle will start all over again, and they'll sprout into leaf pigment again. Oh wait, no, they don't even... Wait, do they? Okay, if you leave them in the ground for too long, I know they die off, but I'm not sure if they restore themselves or if they're just dead. Now let's take out these little bulbs real quick, because they are right in the way of this part over here. Why? It's the eternal fuel dynamo. It has an unlimited energy supply. I won't have to worry about saving electricity anymore. This will make my fight for survival a bit easier. Okay, so now we can... Oh, we do not have enough numbers here. We have the numbers, just not here. Okay, now this guy over here, he's just a regular bulborb. The little guys that we were dealing with were called dwarf bulborbs. Now... we need to be careful to not wake that guy, because he can eat a lot of pigment all at once. Now, the goal for today is mostly just raising up pigment numbers and also getting that fuel dynamo back to base. So as long as we get at least one part per day, we should be good. But I'm going to try to get as many parts per day as possible, so as to not waste too much time. I guess this will have to do. There are some bulbs in here. Not a lot, but I need that fuel dynamo, and I also need to take care of that big bulb orb. Okay, almost got all my Pikmin out of the ground. That should be all of them. Now, there's more grass over here, but I'm not sure if this contains any nectar. Because the grass doesn't always have nectar lying within it. Oh! Now, you want as many Pikmin to get the nectar as possible, but it is possible for one Pikmin to hog all of the nectar, so you want to be careful of that. Now, we have lots of flower pigment, so taking the dynamo back to base will not be a problem. But I want to take care of this bulb orb first, so I don't have to worry about it later. So, how about we do that now? Now, you want to group them all together and rush the butt! Ooh, jeez, yeah, you see how quickly we took care of that? Man alive. My clock has indicated the coming of noon. From now on, I must pay close attention to the sun meter on my monitor and choose my actions accordingly. So, it is best for me to review my monitor's data. Across the top of my monitor are the sun and days display. At the bottom are my spacesuit and damage meter and pigment gauges. From the left, these numbers reflect pigment under my command. Pigment in the field, and total pigment including those in onions. To adjust my monitor, I can press L to rotate the camera, R to zoom, and Z to change the viewpoint. I can also press Y to view a detailed computer analysis. Okay, so yeah, you see how quickly we took care of that giant bulb orb. That is the power of having many numbers. Now, as you can see, yes, it is double the minimum amount. Like, the amount that is carrying the bulb orb is the max, which is double the minimum. Do we have enough here? Yes, we have enough to carry the dynamo back. So we have 75 Pikmin. That is awesome. However, a lot of them are in the ground now, so we just need to come back and get those Pikmin later. Now, I'm going to try to raise up my numbers just a little bit more because, well, high numbers are good. Especially when there's, when you have to deal with a massive Pikmin massacre. Oh, there we go. Okay, I thought that was going to be cutscene for the gate or something. Eternal Fuel Dynamo. This should light things up. No more candles for me. I have now recovered 2 out of 30 parts. If I can find just 3 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. Alright, now while these Pikmin are working on that, I'm going to go grab the rest of the Pikmin and bring them to that gate so we can knock it down real quick. Okay. So now that I have all my Pikmin, let's go back to the gate over here and see how those other guys are doing. They are not doing too well. The day's already half over, so we need to be quick with what we do with the rest of the day. Now, I can see that there's at least 1 dwarf bulborb and a big one. Now, there is something beyond this gate that I would like to do, but I might save that for tomorrow, because it'll take a little while to get numbers up, and I would like to do other stuff, but at the same time, it would be nice to just have it at the ready for tomorrow. Okay, took you out without any problem, and now let's group you all together, like so, and rush the butt! Yeah, that just took care of the giant bulborb, no problem. Okay, now let's approach this thing. It's a yellow thing! It looks like the red onion, except it's yellow. And it sprouted another yellow thing. Okay, so I want to have the red Pikmin not deal with any of this stuff because I need to pluck this little guy and save all this stuff for the yellow Pikmin. The color is different, but it seems to be a Pikmin nonetheless. First glance suggests that this one has what in some circles could be considered very large ears. It looks like it may weigh less than others. In what other ways might it differ from the red Pikmin? No matter, they are obviously quite similar, so I shall call this one a Pikmin as well. Okay, so now we have yellow Pikmin. Now I need to build up yellow numbers as fast as possible, because I would like to have as many yellow Pikmin as possible for the next day. Now, obviously, these pellets that are the same color as the Pikmin will produce more Pikmin depending on if it's the same color as the Pikmin carrying it. So, yellow pellets brought to yellow onions will produce more yellow Pikmin. Red pellets will produce more red Pikmin when brought to red onions. Hello? Grab it, thank you. Now, I'm not sure what I can do with the red Pikmin that I have by my side, but I would like to have them do something while I'm doing all this stuff. I could probably have them help the yellow Pikmin, but I might run the risk of having them bring the stuff to their onion when I need yellow Pikmin. No, do not carry that yet. Now, you need to be careful to have all of your Pikmin with you when the day is about to end, because once the day gets close to the end, like it is about to soon, a countdown will appear, showing that it is nearing the end of the day. Now let's grab all of these Pikmin because we need as many as possible, so we can grab this dude. Now, as long as the majority of the Pikmin are a certain color, they will be, the item will be brought back to the majority of the Pikmin that are holding it. So as you can see, I got the red Pikmin to bring the big bulb orb to the yellow onion. I've made yet another Pikmin-related discovery. Just when I was about to exceed 100 Pikmin on the field, the onion stopped expelling seeds. Yet the total number of Pikmin continued to climb. It seems that once there are 100 Pikmin in the field, subsequent seeds get stored in the onion. Thus, no more than 100 Pikmin can be in the field at one time in any area. So, that's something else to keep in mind. You can only have 100 Pikmin in the field at once, which is actually quite a big army. So, you shouldn't have to worry that much about, No. That's for yellow Pikmin. Oh, no. Okay, so I need a yellow Pikmin to be carrying that. Okay, it's almost sundown. Hurry up. So that's the indicator letting you know that it's almost nighttime. My clock is indicating the approach of sunset. Pikmin are waiting beneath the dolphin, and onions will probably enter the onions on their own, but if I don't call the stragglers and add them to my group, they may not be able to get back. I'm sure that the onions still planted I'm sure that the Pikmin still planted are safe, but I am somewhat concerned about leaving Pikmin to fend for themselves in the darkness. So yeah, don't leave Pikmin in the field at night. That is very important to know. However, if they're planted in the ground or if they're in the area where your ship is, they will be safe. Now, we got one ship part today, which is, it's not a lot of progress, but at least we are on par with how many days left versus how many ship parts are left. Now, once the countdown... Oh, we don't even have a map. Okay, well, that's fine. Now, I'm fairly certain that the rest of the Pikmin are just at the base in the ground, so I'm fairly certain that they're safe. Hopefully, I'm going to try to get back to my base and pluck a few Pikmin. Yeah, a lot of the Pikmin that are in the field are just at the base in the ground, so they are safe. Two days since impact. It appears that many of the ship's parts have landed in this region. If I can just recover my parts of my radar, I should be able to use my radar screen. How that would improve my chances. Then I'd only have to press Y to locate my parts. Yet, there seem to be many hostile life forms here. If I am attacked and my spacesuit takes damage, I must return to my ship, stand in front of it, and press A to make suit repairs. As I explore, I must pay attention to my suit's damage meter in the bottom left corner of the screen. And so you can see there that we have increased the numbers of both red and yellow Pikmin exponentially. I lost 2 in battle, though. That is unfortunate. This is not going to be a perfect run. I did not plan to have a perfect run anyways, but it's good that it's only 2, but it's unfortunate that we lost Pikmin in the first place. Anyways, let's save. Alright, so that takes care of this episode. Next time, we will be going back into the Forest of Hope and hopefully finding that radar that Olimar was talking about. So I will see you then.